Hey guys, welcome back to our Pearl Lemon YouTube channel. So as you know, navigating the world of tenancy agreements can be complex and sometimes clauses within them can raise concerns. So in today's video, we are going to be discussing 5 important and specific clauses that you ought to be careful of before signing on that dotted line. So without further ado, let's get straight into it. So number 1, you need to be careful of unreasonable fees and deposits. So what does this mean? It simply means that you need to watch out for hidden costs like processing fees that far exceed administrative costs or cleaning fees that seem unreasonable compared to the size of the apartment. So you as the tenant need to research average fees in your area to identify potential red flags. You also need to be careful of unclear deposits. So beware of vague terminology like refundable at landlord's discretion or deposits significantly exceeding monthly rent. Remember, in many places, deposit amounts are regulated, so resources like government websites or tenant groups can guide you on fair deposit amounts and tenant rights. Number 2, be careful of unfavorable termination terms. So beware of the fixed term lease trap. So while offering stability, remember that fixed term leases can lock you in for longer than anticipated. So you need to look for agreements with shorter terms or clauses allowing early termination with reasonable notice. You also can watch out for clauses that give the landlord exclusive right to terminate without cause or exorbitant fees for early termination by the tenant. You can always negotiate shorter notice periods or flexible break clauses for unexpected situations. Number 3, be careful for joint and several liability for roommates. So this clause basically makes all roommates equally responsible for the entire rent and any property damage, even if it is just caused by one person. So here you can consider separate leases or clear roommates agreements outlining individual responsibility and financial commitments. In the segment, you can also watch out for vague damage clauses, as unclear definitions of excessive wear and tear can leave you facing unfair deductions from your deposit. So you need to request specific examples and ensure that the clause aligns with the fair housing regulations. Number 4, be careful of uncontrolled renovations by the landlord. So as you know, landlords need your consent for significant changes like altering the layout, installing new appliances, or modifying plumbing. So you need to look for clauses that require tenant agreement and reasonable notice for major renovations. Also, be sure to look out for clauses allowing frequent or unannounced visits. Remember that you as a tenant have a right to reasonable notice and specific times for inspections. Remember that your home is your private space, guys. And lastly, number 5, be careful of intrusive privacy clauses. So here you basically just need to be wary of clauses that allow the landlord to collect excessive personal data or use surveillance technology without clear limitations. So you are free to ask about data security practices and ensure that they comply with privacy regulations. So there you have it, guys. 5 tenancy agreement clauses to keep in mind. Remember, guys, that knowledge is power, so it is important to read your agreement carefully, ask questions, and don't be afraid to negotiate. You deserve a fair and safe place to call home as a tenant. So keep an eye out for part 2, where we will discuss clauses that are actually good for you. So if you have enjoyed this video, please give it a thumbs up and subscribe to our YouTube channel for more legal tips and advice. Till the next video, bye.